Because the times
Woke up this morning thinking about
Those summer days.
best friend got caught up when I stayed in Douglasville. Doing fun stuff by myself. I'm a
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So, Busta Rhymes, explain how he builds his songs, featuring Break Your Neck, Look Over Your Shoulders, and more. My favorite song from Busta Rhymes was like, Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. Yeah, that song. Give Me Some More. Yeah, nigga, what is a surprise? Mess around with a whole broken around. End up closing both of your eyes. Me and my Flipmode family ties, and it's like, it's crazy. Cause I seen a music video. It's good. I like it. How he raps. I study his raps, real talk. I don't want to be able to rap that fast and be able to rap on his caliber. But let's get into the video. Y'all be sure to like, subscribe.
Kind of texture for me. It's just high energy. It's jump around being chopped up and reconcocted in a whole new way. And you got Eminem on there trying to take my head off, and I'm on there trying to take his head off. If you want a clear display of what the fundamentals of hip hop is and the art of MCing, that's the case study.
Reach for them back, water the fireball, you know we're making an ounce. I know you love the way we be giving you the music, making you bounce.
When I did that song, I was in the middle of shooting Halloween movie. Dr. Dre was filming Training Day. I had 2 days with him in the studio, so I slept in that studio and stayed the entire 48 hours. Dr. Dre is so meticulous and he's such a micromanager. He'll have you say a line over like 40, 50 times, one line, before you move on to the next line. I was lucky enough in the particular process of recording these 2 days to actually get these 5 songs off without Dre actually being in the recording session the entire time. So he would step out. That would give me a little more freedom to do it the way that I would like to do it. But when Dre is in the room with you, he's so meticulous about each thing that sometimes it makes the process a little more challenging, but the end result that much more phenomenal.
The way you really try to put it on a guard, doing it like I never did before for me. The way you break your back and I break your neck, and the way you try to put it on the floor for me.
When I
Like how
heard
he
the beat,
does that
and
with his voice
I just
is so
knew that was the way to go on the beat,
right?
and he trusted my judgment, and I did it. He really didn't bother none of that process because I finessed that skill set in a way to the point where he lets me take the lead on that.
Just let me give you real street shit to rap.
You know, Dre contributed significantly to the direction of how that chorus should happen. Like he literally hummed the way the melody, the flow pattern of it. You know, you're just giving me like the navigation system on how to reach the destination. After we put the words, once we got to the destination, it was party and celebration time because we knew we had it.
We'll be going now. We'll be going now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Yeah,
That part in the song, it just felt like it was the perfect thing to say to set it off because I knew everything that came after that intro was us getting ready to give the whole game hell. So let's just give it away. I thank them for allowing us to have that moment and blessing us with being able to give us their blessing on using that in our record. They always felt like they was super supportive and very much proud to represent the culture of hip hop, even in their own. They repped it, you know what I'm saying? The lead singer, Anthony, he rhymed, and then Flea, you know, he reminds me, it was almost like him and Flea was like me and Spliff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shorty, I know what you need.
I Know What You Want came together while we were on a tour bus trip from New York to LA. It was like this period in time I wasn't too much of a fan of riding on a plane, so I bought a tour bus. On the tour bus, you ain't got nothing but a bunch of time to relax and listen to music, play video games, rest, create songs. So we had this beat pack from this producer by the name of Rick Rock. Gave us this incredible batch of beats, and we're riding on the tour bus listening to these beats. Me and Spliff was in the back of the tour bus. When the beat came on, it just started to come to me. And Spliff was there vibing with me, letting me know. He always gives me the reassurances if I'm going in the right direction or if I'm not.
Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want.
When the melody came to me first, that's usually how it works for me. Like the melody will come first before I figure out the words. And then when I get to the words, you know, that's when we start trying to fit the words into the melody to make sure that there's a marriage. And then making sure that we saying it in a way so that the whole melody and the words marries the track properly.
Started out broke, constantly on the road, cutting up in the streets like we would never get old.
Once the hook was done, once I figured out exactly what that needed to be and it felt flawless, that's when I got the whole Flip Mode Squad on the record. At that point, that's when we sent it to Mariah. And she loved the record. She knocked it out and sent it back, and that was it. Another hit.
I would climb a mountain high
Beautiful.
But I've been singing and I just felt good about singing. And I had to actually sing it myself to put the idea on the song. And then when I sent it to Mariah, she thought that I should stay on it because she felt like I sounded great singing it. I think initially it was just really a vocal ref and I was gonna get another R&B male artist to sing it back and forth with her. But when she heard it, she loved it the way it was. So she felt that I should sing it with her.
Yes, you know I'll die for you. And you know I'll ride with you.
A lot of the reason why we were forced to learn how to sing was because there was a time where doing things with R&B artists kind of made it seem like you were abandoning your underground traditions that at one point in time could almost feel like you're compromising the integrity of the real hip hop, so to speak. Artists like EPMD would make records called Crossover.
Yeah.
Where they would actually point out not wanting to stand next to an R&B artist or almost making it seem like it's forbidden. Don't do that. It ain't cool. That was a thing that resonated very strongly in the hip hop community back in the mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s. The generation after, you know, we lived by those traditions to a degree. So singing, even though it's always been a part of hip hop, actually was done by the actual rappers. You know what I'm saying? I just was in that space so much that I sang on my own records because it wasn't cool to call an R&B guy to do it on your joints. So that's where the development of being able to figure out and learn how to hold a note properly came from. It was more of a circumstance thing than a choice thing. So I sang it. And, you know, I think I did one double track so that I had a higher octave and a lower octave. And that was it.
Do you really want to party with
Yeah, that's my song.
Let me see is what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be.
I think the thing that I needed to do, I think was for the first time in a long
I
time,
said, oh!
was to
He's
just
not
stay
laughing in the
cool on the
beginning.
track and not yell and not exert too much energy. Like my big brother Diddy told me, you should make a song without the high energy. Or, you know, chicks don't want to do that all the time with you on the records. You know what I'm saying? Use your regular voice. Like you got an incredibly textured voice and sound, and talk to them on the track and just let them really feel the rich texture of your voice. And don't raise your voice at no point in the song.
Hit you with no delaying to what you saying, yo. Silly with my 9 milli with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While I'm in the club, we while in the studio.
The beat was calm, so sounding calm on it was the perfect marriage. The song would have never been as magical as it became if I was doing traditional, you know, Dungeon Dragon Busta rhymes, you know what I'm saying? The magic would not have happened in the same dynamic. So I have to say Diddy was right on that one when he made that call. All right, Diddy, you get it. I'll give it up to you.
You give it up to, okay.
Big baby.
Oh my Lord, go when the cash get down. Sprinkle the ash or get your ass kicked down. Frown while I sit on your crown, skip town.
If you want a clear display of what the fundamentals of hip hop is, and the art of MCing, that's the case study. I sent the record to Eminem with a 16 bar verse.
I think that's what it was.
He sent it back to me with like a 40 bar verse. What the is going on? You're not gonna do this to me on my song.
60-something.
I sent back my verse at 45 bars. He sends it back 56 bars. I send mine's back 62 bars. He sends it back 66. I'm like, look, bro, who are we making this record for at this point? Are we making this record for the consumer? Or are we just battling each other now?
What's up, man?
But that's the beauty in the competitive nature, in the competitive spirit that we both have, because we care that much. We love it that much. No one wants to be the weak link. No one wants to say, I'm gonna settle with getting my ass bust by the other rapper on the song. It's no longer about business at that point. It's just the fiery passion that still burns in the souls of both of us as true, incredible swordsmen of the sport. And we love the opportunity of being able to display the skill set at the most highest level of just raw MCing. That was so much fun. That's Dungeon Dragon at 10 trillion.
Yeah.
See, that track warrants that kind of texture for me. It's just high energy. It's jump around being chopped up and reconcocted in a whole new way.
Y'all know what that is.
Oh, you brought my neck pillow. I missed you so much.
You don't want to be like me, okay?
It's really hard to meet someone in 2022.
We have created the...
Skip. Boom. It's crazy. That beat goes back. Man.
We get tired of ideas.
That's a classic beat.
The longer you sit with them. And you also don't realize how you might sell yourself short by not thinking in the freshness of the moment.
Ready on the right.
The beauty of the process of my recording, especially in this last body of work, Extinction Level Event 2, The Wrath of God, taking 11 years to record this project, I learned that all of the magical moments that actually ended up on the album were the moments that were captured in the moment. Even if the song was made 5 years before I put it out, the moment was so incredible that was captured in that moment, at that time, on that day, in that particular studio, that it was able to survive the test of time. It's just what feels good to you and what doesn't. It's preferences. For me, my preference is to record in the moment. Think only in the moment when you're being creative.
Them bars and I spit them like darts till they puncture your kidney. You trash, and it don't matter how much you want trying to convince me.
That song, Look Over Your Shoulder, was produced by Knox.
Oh my God.
Knox, DJ Scratch, Swiss Beats, Rock Wilder, and the late, great Jay Dilla. These are like the 5 guys that I go to. They're like my Avengers whenever I'm going into solo albums mode. So Knox is definitely one of those very important key components out of the 5 Avengers. And when he sent me that track, it was a night that it was a snowstorm in New York. They said that you had to be off the street by 11 p.m. or you were stuck wherever you were going to be at until 7 in the morning. After 11 p.m., I wasn't ready to go home yet. So like, I'm gonna stay in the studio. So Knox had sent me a few beat packs that I forgot about. And I'm going through a bunch of beats that I didn't have any time to listen to any other time that I was remembering was there. And I stumbled on that beat, couldn't believe it. I immediately put 16 bars on it.
I am the Buddha, the Alibaba, the believer or maker. So pristine, the dice roll from under my sleeve when I shake them.
And I sat on the joint for about a week or 2. Then I eventually said I wanted to try to get Kendrick on it. But me and Kendrick was planning on working on something else that was produced by Q-Tip. When I heard the other beat and I sent it, I had got it to Dave Free, who at the time was the president of TDE. And I sent him the Q-Tip beat and told him to get it to Kendrick and let Kendrick make the choice. Kendrick chose to get on this record with me that Knox produced.
Just let go of your shoulders, honey.
It was another one of those incredibly magical moments. The way the producer used the samples with the strings and then the separate sample with the piano. It was something about the way the melody and those samples and the way he used it and gelled them together, and the way he added the bass line and the particular slap of the kick and the snare drum with the Michael Jackson vocals from the Jackson 5 record. It just cut so deep into my soul. Sometimes I would listen to that record and just tear up.
My life is like 12 open mics of hopeless notes I write for show my folks unite soon as the flow get nice the poltergeist.
When Kendrick sent his verse back, it was just unbelievable. Before we actually recorded the song, Kendrick was working in the same studio on a different floor, and he would come to my room and I would go to his room just to vibe and talk. Sometimes it wouldn't even be about music. It was just connecting and building a synergy with each other. And he heard the album at different points of the album's growth and evolution. When he finally recorded it, I think just all of that interaction between each other's sessions, it contributed to the way the magic of the song came out, because we knew, hearing what he was hearing and me hearing what I was hearing from his work, we knew what we had to do to make this a special moment, because, you know, once you get to hear everything that you up against, you know how you gotta do your part.
Believe me, graffiti your armor, you heebie, you GB, bikini, your brother, you give me pain. Now give me this up and treat me and greet me and meet me with arms up.
I don't think anybody that's rhyming on a record with Kendrick Lamar is supposed to come on the record and act like they're gonna play around.
Yeah.
No. That's not what you do.
No.
When you rock with Kendrick Lamar, you better come with your Ginsu knife. You better come with your AK-47. You better come with your nunchucks. You better come with your grenades. You better come with all types of because Kung Fu Kenny ain't playing.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of rhyming with incredible MCs. It brings the best out of each other. Steel sharpens steel. So I wanted to approach a point in my verse, because he actually rhymes longer than me on my own song. But I had to discipline myself to not end up in the same situation that I did with Eminem. You feel me?
You gonna do that?
If I had went back and forth with him trying to out-rhyme his bars, then the record wouldn't be able to be appreciated, because it would be too long to play for the masses on the radio and all of these other platforms, right? So I had to make the sacrifice, but within the little bit of time and space that I decided to work within, I knew that the potency and the level of how effective I was still had to be, it still had to speak in volumes.
That's right. He got catalog. You understand?
Chris Rocket came to visit me at the studio in LA. When he came to the studio, I just said, yo, just get on the mic for me and just talk some. Give me like 5 minutes of some talking, man. And I want to use you to host and narrate this album, Extinction Level Event 2. And he just went in the mic and just started going. I don't even know how to describe it, but these are the perks that comes with not only being creatively free, but being able to be creatively free with incredible artists that you have incredible friendships with. And we're comfortable enough around each other to be able to completely be funny, to be loving, to be supportive, to be nurturing, to be cool, to not have to worry about being cool. You know what I'm saying? Just all of that is what makes the beauty of these incredible moments happen.
Man, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I am a student. That's what I was talking about early in the video. That's the clip I seen on Instagram. I was like, yo, that was so funny. Man, Busta Rhymes, I want to meet him one day. I want to do a song with him one day. And like let him listen to my music and honestly be under some bigger rapper mentorship for like a year. Just straight, okay, you're going to teach me every little thing that you know. And I will pay for your time and services. I will live in the shoes with you. Like, whatever you're doing, I'm doing there. If we're in the studio, I'm there. You know? Like, that's the type of person I am. Like, I just want to learn. Man, I'll give me a studio with Busta Rhymes, Q-Tip, Jay-Z, or someone like, man, I don't care. Nas, J. Cole, Kendrick, shit. Willie D, someone, like, I don't care who it is. Like, Timbaland, someone, I don't care. Production-wise, Kanye, I don't see anyone, to be honest with you. From Timbaland and Kanye to, any rapper that's, like, not a rapper that I can't respect. Not a rapper that don't really care about the craft. If you're doing it, you kill people, make money, no. If you're doing it because you like the craft, like an Eminem or like, but you know what I'm saying? Certain people, I want to be in the studio with. Other than that, nah. That being said, I hope y'all like this video. Busta Rhymes is a legend to me. I don't care what no one say. And yeah, be sure to tell me your favorite song in the comments below. Shout out Busta, and stay tuned to the next video. Peace.
Mario the